Shwmae! I am Renfeldi, an American British fiber artist and writer, and finally have our own place. My partner and I got a house that we're renting, and we're really happy to be able to start our family and our own little place instead of living with family like we were before. But that's not why I started recording. It's because I'm starting Christmas presents. My family, as in my partner, myself, and our child, don't celebrate Christmas because we're not religious, and it is a religious holiday. However, my family is religious, so they all celebrate it, so I want to make them Christmas presents. Also, if you can hear like cars and stuff, the place we have is on the main road. So behind you is a main road, so you might hear acceleration. But yeah, I've got the yarn. It just came in yesterday. So it is the new Yorkshire Spinners Peep Luxury Baby in the color Spellbound. It is 52% Falkland wool and 48% nylon, so perfect for socks. It's really soft, softer than the first pair of socks I made, which my sister has now. Sent them to her. I got 16 skeins from Wool Warehouse. The yarn was being discontinued, so instead of it being £4.19 a skein, it's $2.93, and so I got all of it. I just bought the last of stock, so which ended up being 16, so for a total of 46 pounds, excuse me, and 88p. And I have 13 socks minimum I need to make, and then if I have any yarn left over, I'll probably make a pair of socks for my baby, my partner, and last but not least, myself. I'm between patterns. This is my second pair of socks on the Vera DK sock. It's from just pattern from Aldi. Little, actually, not Aldi. Patterns from on the inside of the yarn label. So I already made a pair of socks for my sister and sent those, and I had yarn left over, so I started making socks for my partner. This is the complete one, and this is the second one. This is the heel. However, with making the socks for my partner, the pattern's not very true to size. It's way longer than what shoe size actually goes for. And I watch Elderflower Stitches. She's here on YouTube and also on Instagram. And I asked her what pattern she would recommend for that's beginner friendly in socks. And she recommended the Toe Up Vanilla DK sock pattern by Crazy Sock Lady. So I have that pattern. I believe it's free, at least on Raverly. So I think I'm going to try using that pattern. I don't have it printed out, so I'm just going to do it on the computer, which I like patterns printed, but we'll see. I'll start making it. If it doesn't work or I'm not liking the way it's going, I'll go back to the Vera. However, I do trust Elden Flower Stitches. She makes socks a lot and they're beautiful, and I just trust her opinion, so I want to give it a try, especially because it's more beginner friendly. And this pattern is really beginner friendly, but with sizing it's not the best. And with me making 13 different socks, the sizes all vary. So I need a pattern that's true to each size, as this pattern, Vera, is true to smaller sizes. However, the larger size you go up, it's usually way too big or way too small, and so it's hard to figure out. However, my family currently doesn't know that I'm doing this for Christmas. I want to try to keep it a surprise. So I kind of have to be sneaky and trying to figure out their shoe sizes. So if I'm over at their house, I might try to look at their shoes or casually bring into conversation, oh, what size shoes do you have? I feel like that will be easier for people, more the feminine presenting people, because I can say like, oh, that's cute shoes, what size, and all that, to be like, can I try them on and all that. However, it's not going to work for the kids and the more masculine presenting shoe wearing people. So I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to do this, but I've got a while to figure it out. And wish me luck on this journey. I believe, if my math is right, I have to make about a pair of socks every 10 days. And with it being a surprise, I'm going to try to not work on it in front of them. If I do work on it in front of them, I'm going to be a little sneaky and say I'm making it for my sister again, because my sister lives in a different country, so they can't really be like, hey, you know, they can't really ask questions about it, and also then she doesn't know. She won't see me working on the socks because she's in a different country. So that's my thought process, and I'm just hoping they won't really question why it's taking me like 3 to 4 months to make one pair of socks, because with them all being the same color, hopefully they won't catch on. And hopefully I'm starting a tradition, and each year I can make socks for my family members. Yeah, I'm really excited, and I'm hoping this will start off really nice. Wish me luck. So it is a little longer than I would like to admit, and I still don't have any pair of socks done. So I am very behind. This is the Vanilla DK sock by the Crazy Sock Lady, I think it's called. And then we have the Vera sock. These are both technically in the same size. And you can see, like, the only main difference is the needle size. So, the vanilla sock is on 3.5. I think it's supposed to be smaller than that, but 3.5 is the smallest pair of needles I have. And the Vera's on 4. And the vanilla socks got more of a reinforced heel. One skein has made about the same size in both. So I did end up buying more yarn because I knew I wouldn't have enough. They got more in stock at Wool Warehouse, so I bought, still the same discount, and I bought 10 balls, I think, so I have a total of 26. So that means I can use a ball a sock, which works out well because for the smaller sizes I get, you know, this is one skein or this is one skein. So for me, I'm a UK 7. This fits. This doesn't quite fit, so this would just go down with the needle size. It just goes down to a UK 6. There's one like household family I'm missing, and besides that, then I have everyone's shoe size. But I'm hoping I can finish at least one of these off and be done, because I'm quite far behind. I'm actually using this app. It's called, I think it's called Bear Tracker. It's for writing, and I usually use it for my writing projects, but I'm using it for this. So you put in your project name, and then you say like a deadline. So mine's December 25th because that's Christmas. And so I have these marked, I think, as pages. So I need a minimum of 26 pages, I believe. Right, because 13, so 26 pages, 26 socks. And then every time I finish one, so this is 2 pages. So then I can see, it tells you how % you are done with the project. So I think I'm 8% done. And I wanted to see how they worked out because I still don't know. I still don't know which pattern I want to use. But it's just a lot of ugh. And the issue is, the people I would talk about this in person in my family, I don't want to tell them because it's a surprise. So when I do, yes, when I do go to families, you know, I don't want to work on it in front of them. So I have started working on a little baby. This is the back. A baby bonnet for my son. Ta-da! However, then I'm not working on it as much because when I'm going there, first I wasn't even bringing a project, and now I can't work on the socks, and that's usually when I work on it, working with family. But I am hoping I can at least finish one of these today. I think I'll get this one done, I think. But I was gonna, yeah, I just don't know. I'm so like, I just don't know. So wish me luck. Hopefully, I think I'm gonna go with the vanilla socks. I just feel like they look nicer. So I'm looking at this one, and this one's got a lot more holes, even though I picked up the same way. I just feel like these look nicer. So I think I'm gonna go with the vanilla socks. And I think I'm just gonna use the Vera socks as, I'm gonna use the Vera socks more to help sizing, especially with the bigger sizes, because vanilla goes up to a UK, I believe, or a men's 10. And I know most of my family members that wear men's shoes are bigger than men's. So I've got my own little dupe box, and I'll get on to knitting. So a quick update, I'm working on my socks. It's taking me way longer than I thought it would. However, once I finish this sock, it will finish a pair, and then I only have one pair left for the family in the United States, which is my part of the family. And I'm going to them in November, so that's when these need to be done by. So that's a good progress, I think. I'll definitely be able to finish them before I go to the States. So I'm excited about that. And also, I was working on my socks today. And this is a personal update just for future Ren when watching these back. But my baby's first tooth is poking through today. He's sitting next to me. And yeah, I noticed, we've been thinking he's been teething for ages, but this morning I went to check on his mouth, and there it was. Just the little bit, a little white top of his bottom tooth peeking through. And it's just so exciting, and now I think this sock is my sister's sock. So tied to her sock is me seeing my son's first tooth peeking through. Just a cute, fun little update that I wanted to write down. I don't know if you can hear him mumbling. You falling asleep? He's trying to eat the blanket that I've got on me. Yeah? And playing with his toy. So, yeah. Aw, thank you for the hug. Aw, thank you. Thank you. Might be falling asleep. Yeah, just tooth! So exciting. So exciting. So I don't have as much to show you because I just came back from the States visiting my family, and I dropped off or gifted my family their socks, which was 4 pairs. So now I have. Also, my baby is behind you. He's looking at me right now. But if the camera moves a bit, that's because he's in charge of it right now, so he can move the case. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 already done. They've got their tags. Whoops. See here, this one just came unwrapped a bit. So they've got their little, I made little tags with people's names and washing instructions on it. So yeah, I'll try to, they'll have people's names on them. But, so you can see my Grandma Paula, machine wash, 40 degrees Celsius, air dry. I won't put them in the bag right now. And then I just finished another pair. So, and then I just have to weave in the toe. When I was in the States, I did somehow lose a needle. I don't know where it went. I was sitting on the couch knitting, got up to help with dinner, came back, and it was gone. And we looked everywhere, couldn't find it, so I had to buy a new pair. So now I can lose 4 of them. But yeah, and my family seemed to really like their socks. Oh, thank you, baby. Everyone seemed to really like their socks. So I'm happy about that. And I've got about, 2-3 weeks? I want to say, okay, I guess you need to see my legs as well. I think more about 2 weeks, to make 3 pairs. So, worst case scenario, I'm sitting at Christmas working on the final pair. But yeah, it's not really much of an update, just saying I went to the States. My baby got to see snow for the first time, which was really nice. I got to see my family, and a lot of my family members got to meet my baby for the first time. And yeah, got to gift some socks. Didn't gift a lot of my family members socks. Just my immediate family. Have 3 days until Christmas, so 3 days until I have to gift the rest of the socks. And this is the first sock out of the last pair, so I have to finish this sock and then make a whole nother one in 3 days, and that's just gifts. I wasn't able to get around to making my partner, myself, or my baby socks. I don't know if I'll make my baby some socks because I got him festive socks. So I love the look of Christmas puddings. I'm not a huge fan of them taste-wise, but I love the cartoon look of them. So I've got some rattle socks for him with Christmas puddings on them, and I have a Christmas pudding outfit for my baby. So he'll be wearing that when we go to the Christmas for family members. So on Christmas, I will probably be working on a pair of socks for my partner or myself. And I have my Sugar Plum Princess hair. My partner did that yesterday, which I think looks really good. I was tired of the blonde, and It's been a while since I've had purple hair, so I like it. I'm a fan. Yeah. And my baby is crawling now. What? He started crawling a week or two ago. It wasn't while I was working on the socks. It was while I was working on the Daydream cardigan from Kuko Vikika. He's just looking at me whimpering like a dog. I think he's upset that I'm not letting him play with the needles. That is... It makes me the worst mom in the world. He really gets upset about it. But yeah, and now he's got... So his bottom 2 teeth came in, and right now, all 4 of his top teeth, the 2 big ones and the ones next to it, are coming through. So little white heads are starting to poke out. And I just can't believe it. When I started these socks, working on them, he had no teeth. And he couldn't sit up by himself the best. Now he's got about 6 teeth. And he's crawling and sitting up on, like, I just can't believe it. So all the other socks that I have done are wrapped. When I finish these, I'll show you the wrapping paper, which is Christmas pudding, and I made more tags, to and from tags to go on it. And they are put under the tree at my partner's granddad's house, which is where Christmas will be held, in a cute little present train, which I assembled. And yeah, I'm a little anxious about time. I was hoping you would go faster, but it is my fault because I kept starting new projects. So yeah, wish me luck on finishing these in time. I think the next couple days, that's all I will be doing. And I think also, fun update, we have been downstairs a lot because we have thank you. We have an electric fireplace because for about a week now our boiler hasn't been working. So no heating, no hot water, which we've got it bundled up. We have electric fireplace on and a space heater over here on. And going to a lot of family members' house, which live in the area. So yesterday we got to invade my partner's mom's house and did my hair in her bathroom. So hopefully I didn't stain it. Try to clean up after myself. But it's times like this which makes me so grateful for living close to family, and them being so welcoming, because I mean my family lives over an 8-hour flight away, so I can't just jump by. So it's nice. It makes it easier being far away from family when the family I'm close to is so welcoming and supportive. So yeah, we're staying warm. I'm making socks as fast as my little hands can make them. And my baby's trying to unravel the socks by steal the needles from me. But it's all in good fun. But yeah, 3 days. 3 days to go. done with my Christmas socks. I made a total of 12 socks, and I believe I have around 7 skeins left of yarn. I wanted to make more than 12 because I wanted to make a pair for my partner, myself, and then originally I wanted just a pair of socks for my baby. Then I wanted leggings because it would go with his outfit, but I didn't get around to that. So just a cute little pair of socks, so when we look back in the years I can see these are his first socks. However, I didn't get around to my whole household socks. That's okay. Hopefully I'll make them next year. And I think everyone liked the presents. I don't know, had Christmas dinner, had, you know, a roast dinner, and no one said they didn't like them. And I'm not trying to sound like mean or anything, but if you make presents, you know, you kind of expect like a, oh my gosh, you made these, this is so cool moment. My side of the family did do that, but they're kind of used to me making stuff for them too, so I don't know, like, they kind of know what all goes into a handmade item. And I don't know if my partner's side of the family does know that, or if they just, like, it's a different setup. It's kind of like everyone just opens up presents on their own time. When my family, since it's such a smaller family, you go one by one and open up the presents, so it doesn't go over like that. But since it's such a bigger family, it's just, okay, it's present time, everyone open up your presents. So I don't know if that's it, but I did feel a little discouraged about next year's. I've ordered my yarn for next year for my socks, because I picked out what socks I'm going to do, but I'm keeping that a secret, and I'm keeping the yarn a secret. Again. So I did get kind of discouraged of, oh, was it a mistake to do this? What if they don't like it and they're never going to wear it? But try to stay optimistic. My, like, I don't know if you can, I can call her mother-in-law because we're not married, but my partner's mom, she's a, I don't know if crafter is the right word, but I want to say artist, because she uses so many mediums, and it's just amazing all the different stuff she does. And she really appreciated it. She even took note of the little tags I made, because I stamped the tags and I used glitter ink out of a fountain pen, and she even noticed all that, and she said these are going to be her new favorite socks, which is really nice. And I talked to my family today, and they said that they've been wearing them like the whole month, that they've worn them like every day unless washing, which means a lot to me. So I'm really happy, and I'm really hoping next year's will work up nice and they'll like it. And I'm getting it now because I want to start it at the beginning of the year, so I'm not as crunched, because I stayed up until like 2 a.m. today finishing off my last pair of socks. However, I am also, this year was a DK weight on 4 millimeters, and next year is going to be a fingering weight on 2.25 millimeters, so. And these were just a vanilla sock down, and not to spoil too much, but next year's does have some cabling. So for the yarn, for my 2025 vanilla Christmas socks, it was 87 pounds and 90p. And that's not counting wrapping paper. The roll of wrapping paper was 99p, so $1. So let's say 27, 28, 29, or 89, and then the stamps I made, I used paper I already had, I used stamps I already had, and ink, so let's just round that up to 90 pounds. So, isn't bad if I think about the fact that that's for 12 people, and in addition, in the future, it'll be myself, my partner, and my baby also getting some stuff. So I honestly don't think that's too bad. It's mainly about the time put into it, because There was a couple days I was able to finish a sock in like 2-3 days, but a lot of times it took more about a week to 2 weeks to finish a pair of socks, because I can't just work on them. My hands need a break. I also am looking after a baby in a household. But I'm really happy with it, and I do hope it starts a tradition. I also wore my sweater today, so it's not really a Christmas sweater, but I did design it as or picked the colors for a winter sweater. This is, I think, called, I'll link it in the description. This is the first sweater I ever made. I believe it's called like the retro stripe sweater from Simply Knits. That's a wrap for 2025. I don't think I'll finish any more projects this year. And in the future, I'm planning on making, like everyone else, planning on making everything I made in 2025 video. So if you like this video, then give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see the video in the future about everything I've made this year, I made 28 items. I have crocheted and or knitted 28 items in 2025. So if you'd like to see that, please subscribe so you can be updated about that. Thank you so much for watching and following me along across this sock extravaganza of a project or projects, and like all videos and like every other person on the internet or on YouTube, especially if they're in the craft/art community. You can find my information in the description, and I won't be individually listing all the Ravelry pages. I will list one Ravelry page for my sock, but if you go to my page itself at Renfeldi at Ravelry, then you can find all my notes about each sock. So yeah, again, thank you so much. Diolch.